Okay. Hello, we are Keb Neff,
And Betsy McKnight.
Impact 100 Jersey Coast Nonprofit Coordinator Co-Chairs for 2026. On behalf of everyone at Impact, thank you so much for your interest in learning more about our grants process and what's new for 2026. We appreciate you and all that you do for our communities. Next slide. We're going to cover a few things today, including what is new for our 2026 season. Next slide. Impact 100 Jersey Coast is a women's grant-making collaborative where each member pays an annual fee to one large grant fund. That fund is distributed each year in the form of $100,000 high-impact grants to nonprofits serving Monmouth County and Ocean County, as well as mission awards to finalists who were not awarded a core grant. In the past several years, we have also provided grants to smaller organizations through our Ignite program. Impact is all about the power of one multiplied by many. Next slide. Since being launched in 2015, we have awarded over $3.6 million in grants to 43 high-impact projects in Monmouth County. In 2025, we opened our applications to Ocean County nonprofits. One of our finalists last year was an Ocean County organization. Next slide. We are committed to continuing our Mission Award program in 2026. This award provides a smaller, unrestricted grant to finalists who are not awarded the core grant. It is intended to acknowledge the hard work that they do in the community and the time and effort they put into the finalist project. Next slide. 2 years ago, we launched our Ignite grant program, which was specifically developed for smaller organizations who were not qualified to apply for our core grants. The Ignite application will be available in the fall. If your organization does not meet the eligibility criteria for a core grant, please refer to our website for additional information about Ignite. Next slide. The next slides outline our organization eligibility requirement. These are different from our project eligibility requirements, which we will discuss shortly. The criteria reflect the mission and funding priorities of Impact 100 Jersey Coast, which are to support local organizations that serve residents of Monmouth and/or Ocean County, and to meet our responsibility to our membership by ensuring that organizations that participate in our process are financially secure and have the infrastructure and resources to manage a grant of this size. So let's begin by reviewing this eligibility criteria. The organization needs to be tax exempt and have been operating as a registered 501c3 organization for at least 36 months prior to applying. We have received questions in the past about municipalities or libraries. If you don't have a 501c3 status, you are not eligible. In this case, you may want to consider applying through a partnership or collaboration with an existing tax-exempt organization. Religious organizations that have 501c3 status do not require separate status. For proposals from a religious institution, we do need confirmation that there is no requirement for participants to belong to or participate in that religion to receive the services or benefits of the proposed program. As I've said before, the proposed project needs to serve Monmouth and/or Ocean counties. The aim of an impact grant is to support local organizations serving local residents. The organizational headquarters can be located outside of Monmouth County or Ocean County, but the proposed program must be located in and benefit Monmouth and/or Ocean County. And the organization must provide 2 years of complete financial statements and have a minimum operating budget of $200,000, both in gross revenue and expenses. Please note that the $200,000 threshold is new this year. Next slide. Here is an overview of our grants process. The first step in the process is establishing eligibility. There's a short screening form with less than 10 questions that we ask you to complete. Once we have determined that you meet eligibility requirements for the grant, we will send you a grant application. Please note that the deadline for eligibility is April 1st, or when we reach 60 eligible applicants, whichever comes first. As an all-volunteer run organization, Impact 100 put this cap in place to ensure the integrity of our process. Our grants process has 3 steps. First, the nonprofits apply. Second, applications are reviewed by our member-led review committees. And finally, our entire membership votes to decide our grant recipients at our annual meeting. We continue to welcome all different types of proposals, from capital projects to human service programs, whether they be existing or brand new, that your organization offers. Next slide. Let's look at what projects Impact 100 Jersey Coast funds. These are the eligibility requirements of a proposal. Once again, the project needs to serve and benefit Monmouth and/or Ocean County. One thing to note is that there are 3 other impact groups serving New Jersey: Impact Garden State, Impact 100 Essex, and Impact 100 South Jersey, all of which serve different counties in the state. If your organization applied for a grant from another impact group, you are still welcome to apply to Impact 100 Jersey Coast if it is a different project which serves our counties. Impact 100 Jersey Coast does fund new or expanded programs, as well as proposals that strengthen or sustain an existing program or collaboration. We ask that you clearly define the measurable impact that the grant would have for your organization and for those that you serve within your application. The project proposal must have a budget that is equal to or greater than the grant amount of $100,000. Submissions for less than the grant amount will not be considered. The funds must be fully spent within a 2-year period. We also encourage proposals to fund ongoing programs. It is great to know that we are jumpstarting or investing in a program that has a strong probability of continuing beyond our 1 or 2-year involvement. We ask that you provide a clear explanation of how the program can be sustained after the impact funding has been spent. Now I'll turn it over to my co-chair, Betsy.
Hello. Well, there are specific types of programs that Impact 100 does not provide funding for. In the interest of time, we'll not repeat each one, but they're listed on this slide. As with everything presented here, if you have a question, please don't hesitate to ask. A couple of important points to highlight. Although we do provide operating expenses or overhead support, we recognize that overhead costs and expenses are required for the successful management and delivery of a project. So these types of expenses will be accepted as long as they're reasonable and identified as being integral to and necessary part of the proposed project. In terms of programming expenses, we understand that being properly staffed is critical to implementing any project. If staff expenses are a large part of the project budget, please explain within your application how the staff will be funded going forward, or if the staff salary is only required to start the proposed project. We do fund capital projects. In 2025, Parker Clinic received a grant to purchase dental chairs for a new dental clinic. For these proposals, our grant review committees consider the impact that will result from the capital improvements. For capital projects, it's important your organization must own the property or have a lease with at least 5 years remaining from the date of the grant agreement. Next slide, please. So when we look at this, there's a difference between a collaboration and a partnership. If your organization does not meet the eligibility requirements, you may want to consider a partnership or collaboration. The difference is in who will be the recipient of the funds. In a collaboration, the participants share the grant funding. In this situation, the lead organization uses a portion of the funds, with the remaining funds used by the non-lead collaborator. The lead organization completes the application and details the amount that will be passed through to the non-lead organization. The collaborating non-lead partner provides a letter of commitment confirming how much of the grant they will receive and how they will use it. This arrangement enables Impact to fund smaller or recently formed organizations. In a collaboration, the lead organization is responsible for the application as well as monitoring and reporting during the grant cycle. In a partnership, there's no direct pass-through of impact funds to both organizations. There's just one applying organization that receives and manages the funds. Of course, there are all different types of partnerships, such as a financial one, where the applying organization may use impact funds to pay for another non-for-profit or for-profit organization for services such as transportation or rental of space. These situations would be laid out in the program budget. An organization may also partner in a non-financial way. They may offer their program to one or more partner organizations that may already serve the audience they seek to serve. For example, the lead organization may want to offer a free employment program to at-risk youth, so they partner with organizations serving at-risk youth who are then participants for the project that the impact grant would fund. Next slide, please. The next few slides provide a brief overview of using our website for the initial steps in the application process. You can find us online at impact100jerseycoast.org. And there you will see a tab labeled Apply for Grant. Next slide, please. Under this tab, you're going to click on How to Apply. Next slide. And in the middle of this page, you will see a section which provides information about the application steps. Clicking on Step 1, Eligibility, will take you to the impact page on submittable.com, the grant management platform we use to manage our grant application process. If you're reviewing this before March 1st, please ignore the closed message. This form will go live on March 1st. This page will walk you through the process of creating an account in our application platform, Submittable. The eligibility form and application are located in this platform. And as I said, the account form will be available on March 1st. Should you reapply? I go through this every year and my answer is always an emphatic yes. If you have applied previously, we strongly encourage you to reapply. The process is unique in that different members join the grant review committee every year, which brings a fresh perspective. There's no need to create a new proposal. Previous proposals can be updated or resubmitted. Each year is a new opportunity, and organizations come back with more experience and understanding of the process. We've had many grantees come back after not being selected in previous years and be successful. Who you're up against every year changes. Who's reviewing you every year changes, and it really behooves you to come back each year and apply. Finally, these are the important dates for this grant cycle. During the application submission window, we will hold office hours on Zoom, where a member of the grants team will be available to answer questions about your application or address any technical issues you may be having with our online platform. The dates and times of these will be shared via email. We are also available via email through the application period and do our best to respond quickly to questions. Thank you so much for watching. We look forward to your applications this year. The eligibility window is from March 1st to April 1st, 2026. However, it may close earlier once we send out applications to 60 eligible organizations. This number represents the Impact 100 Jersey Coast volunteer capacity for application review. So please don't wait to submit your eligibility form to ensure that you receive an application.
Thank you so much for watching. We look forward to reviewing your application.